Coming to you today from the College and Career Room here at Truth Tabernacle, and hope you had a great Easter, great time with your family, and if you ate too much, you're recovering well and feeling better. Coming to you maybe a little more in a serious tone today than we have the last. I know a lot of times when I hear messages, I'm stirred in the moment and prompted to, I need to make a change, I need to act upon that, and then life happens and things come up and we move along, and we kind of tend to forget what we've heard and sometimes even fail to be a doer of the word. So I just wanted to kind of take a few moments today to kind of recap some of the things we've talked about and give you a little challenge, maybe a little devotional to do. There are three subjects we've covered so far: forgiveness, acceptance, and encouragement. And I want to challenge you maybe over the next couple of days to sit down with your spouse, maybe even your kids if you're married, if you have kids. If not, sit down with a friend and just have a discussion. You know, is there anybody in my life that I need to forgive? It may be something personally you have to do. Is, you know, have I not released someone of that thing they owe me and really given them the forgiveness that I need to give them in order to move on and to extend the same grace God has given me. So you might ask your kids, if you have kids, you know, is there anybody that you're hurt at, somebody that's hurt you or disappointed you that you need to forgive? And teach them and get them engaged in the process of getting that stuff out of their heart and moving on, realizing that just as God has forgiven them, they need to extend that to others, and as do we. The second thing is, you know, is there anybody in your life that you feel like you need to encourage, somebody that's heading down a wrong path? Maybe talking to your kids, is there a friend at school, a friend in the church that they see making poor decisions and things that are leading in a wrong direction? And encourage your kids to stand up and to say, you know, I love you, you're my friend, but the things you're doing, they're just not right. They're not in line with what we believe, the way we're headed, the way we're supposed to be headed as Christians. And so just encourage your kids to get in the habit of not just sitting back and talking about people, but going and talking to their friends and encourage them to do the right thing. And the same thing in our lives. When we see friends, people in the church that are headed down wrong paths, to out of love and with compassion, to come alongside them and encourage them. And then the third thing that we've discussed in these messages is the issue of acceptance. I talked to you Sunday about the incredible acceptance we receive from Christ. And even though we may have people in our lives that are disappointing us or who have disappointed us, we still need to be accepted. We still need to love them and embrace them. And although we may not agree or condone what they're doing, we can never have influence in people's lives if we're rejecting them and holding them at arm's length. So these are some things to consider, to talk about with your spouse, a friend, your kids, and to really make sure that we're integrating these as Christian rules of living. These are things that God has called us to do. And although we want to do unto others as they've done unto us, let's do what God called us to do and extend these things to them. So I encourage you to do that maybe as a devotion, something you talk about as a family or as friends. And then join us Wednesday night and then this coming Sunday for the last two in this series. I'm going to break maybe the method a little bit in teaching one of these on Wednesday night. But the next two subjects are possibly two of the most difficult, but also two of the most powerful lessons. I'm going to be talking to you on Wednesday night, the Lord willing, about the rule of submission and how it is powerful in our lives. And then on Sunday, talking about the rule of service and how God has called us to a life of service and what that looks like. So hope to see you Wednesday and Sunday. I hope you have a great week. I hope you take the opportunity to consider these things that we've already talked about in a devotional time. Ask God to really direct you, your family, your kids, and make sure we integrate these into our lives and not just be hearers of the word, but doers. Have a great week. God bless you. We'll see you later.